before I get the torque plate on here, I wanted to show this to you guys real quick on how a little bit of basics on the setup of this thing. So this is basically sets the stone spacing. So you put it in here. It's got two things, little round pieces there that you adjust with this. You put it in there, move it around to center it, and then you'll take your. This is the hone head right now. I've got some plateau stuff on here for finishing the last one, but you'll take these here, put them in this thing like so. Make sure this is adjusted back to 0, and then I have different shim thicknesses. You can see there's a shim on here that will fill this void up. Obviously this is a 4-inch bore, being a 6-liter LS. The last one I did, honestly don't remember what the engine was, but it was a 3600, 3500 bore, something pretty small. So you'll set those up that way, and then these as well. These are a little different. They don't have a shim. This is a sprung. See that little bent piece there is a spring. They keep a constant pressure on the top of the honing head just for stability. You adjust this with this Allen. Set this in here, loosen that up, and move this to where it's against the second stop here. And then the stones, the honing stones themselves, you don't really have as much. You have a lot of adjustment in and out with the actual honing head. So we do shim them from time to time, but it doesn't need to be as close on this as the other ones do. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing up. I thought I would just run through what that basic setup process looks like for this. This is a Sunnen CK10 for reference. All right, I've got the torque plate on here. Something I do that not everybody does is I do use you can see here, I do use a head gasket using the torque plate. That has a pretty big effect on how the cylinder deforms when the torque plate's torqued to spec. Some people wouldn't believe that, but we've done it before on several engines, and it does deform the cylinder differently with the head gasket. So we do that. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm gonna show you what this bore is. So this is set to 4-inch right now. You can see, I don't know if I get close enough here. Yeah, it's like 2 thou there. Oops, sorry. We got it on here and it's half a thou or so. Just to show you how much taper's in these factory blocks before we hone it. I'm going to reset this to our target bore size and start going through the honing process. Here's something I haven't actually done before. So I don't know if I'll use this in the video, but check it out. So this is block before I honed it. Just give you an idea of what how consistent the temperature is. Currently, you see it's pretty much all the same. Even when it changes to pick up other things, the block is pretty much the same temperature everywhere. So I'm gonna do this again as we're going to show you guys kind of how the cylinder moves throughout the honing process and why it takes some time, because I like to let it cool back off to room temp before I finish hone it, before I give it the okay. And this kind of does a better job of explaining why I do that. I'm gonna take a picture of this and then I will take a photo of it during to give you guys an idea. So. Alright, so check this out. You could tell what cylinder I just honed. this is why I bounce around. You see I do the end ones, then so I just did this one, moved to that one, and the last one I touched was this one. You can see the temp difference. I don't know if you can see it in the, you can see it in the torque plate, but down the cylinder wall. See how it's a little cooler on the ends? See if I can get this a little closer. See how it's cooler on the, hang on. You can definitely see it's cooler on the ends and in the center. See the plate changing color. That's why I gotta let this thing cool for measurements purposes, because if it moves around, you see the heat differences like that, that will make the cylinder not measure round, and we need this thing to be straight when it's all the same temperature as our concern. So I thought this is kind of cool. Like I said, I haven't tried to do this before, so it's kind of neat. I'm gonna take a still shot of this, and then yeah, I'll post the pictures up too. But these are all at like 3,000 right now, so gotta keep going. Alright, so it's still warm, but giving you guys an idea, about how straight this thing is. Out the bottom there. It's half thou big, looks like, but it's the same everywhere, as it should be, right? But let this thing cool off before I hit it with a plateau hone, just to confirm that as it's back on the room temperature, that everything is still straight into size. And then I'm going to hit it with a plateau hone and move the torque plate over to the other bank. Alright, got this thing all decked and honed and sized, ready to go. I've got to let it sit here and let the honing oil drain out of it for a little bit, and then we'll get it over in our mineral spirits tank.